Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm John, run the Reaper blog. And yeah, we're doing a live stream today to check out the new Rhea time stretch function. Explored it briefly on my own before doing the video yesterday. And yeah, didn't have a lot of time to really explore it in the video yesterday because that was already a 20-minute video and you could spend hours just exploring this one feature. So, what you were just hearing was my theme song stretched out to 25 minutes long, and yeah, so it's a really cool feature. I did add a little bit of reverb on it, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. Oh, of course. It wouldn't be a Reaper blog live stream if I forgot to check my camera and if OBS is seeing it. Awesome. Every single time. I'll be right back. Nope, still not working. Hang on. Let's see. Actually, it usually works if I do this other thing. No, it's not a blue screen of death. I don't think. I hope not. Well, I can't reboot and keep streaming, so yeah. Hang on a sec. Yeah, so let's do this and then this. I wish I could restart OBS without stopping streaming, but I can't. I'll try plugging it into another port, I guess. I am streaming. Yeah, so this is what's happening, and it keeps happening. This happened yesterday when I did the video, and I don't know. Okay, well, we'll switch to the PC, I guess, and we'll do Reaper in there. All right, so let's take that same thing, which was the in streaming assets, I think. Well, I've got an MP3, but we'll just change this to use the Rrreeaaa stretch and set the playback rate to 0.250. And let's check OBS if that's coming through. No. PC audio not coming through. Still not coming through. So that's because why? Reroute? I think it's reroute, maybe. I don't usually stream from my PC. So, mixer, output, reroute 1 and 2. All right, well, I assume that you can hear that now because I'm seeing it on the meters. But now I can't see the chat. It does sound like someone breathing. That's the drums. All right, so I will put this back to normal. So this is normal. So, yeah. So when we stretch this using the new mode, so that's half speed. And this is the quarter speed. Yeah, I love that. That's very cool. So let's do that with some more sounds, which of course this system doesn't have as many sounds. This might be an issue. Yeah, actually, I don't even know what sound libraries I have on this computer. Sample library. Okay, eDrive. Let's take, yeah, I pretty much only have like one random sound library. All right, so that's a sprinkler hitting the greenhouse. And just for convenience, I'm going to set the All right, I'm gonna lock my Stream Deck to OBS. And I'll zoom in my PC. There we go. So just let me know in the chat if something is off screen or anything like that. I'm going to try to keep things up in the top right. And hopefully that is zoomed in correctly. Yeah, top right. So I'm going to set my time stretch default pitch shift parameter to Rhea. And I guess I'll just keep it on the default settings for now. And so here's the normal sound. And let's stretch that. So I'm using I've got some shortcuts for changing the play rate of items. And let's find out what that actually is, because I don't remember what it's called. Time stretch. Okay, well, customize my toolbar. So my main toolbar, or my main like editing toolbar, has actions like shrink 2x and stretch 2x, and this actual action should be highlighted. Where is it? It's not. What? It's not highlighting it. What's the actual name of it? Okay, SWS, FNG, time stretch selected items by 2, and then the other one is by half. So that's the action I'm using. And so now this is at, let's do half first. Now it sounds almost like a blurred crowd, just general sort of, I don't know, mall or some sort of like large indoor space with a lot of noise. And then we're going to stretch this again. And then twice as long. It actually sounds pretty similar. I've never tried this making the items shorter. So let's shrink this. So this is twice as fast. So interestingly, it still applies that sort of reverby effect to it. And let's just, for comparison, we'll switch this to Elastic 3 Pro default settings. And that's kind of more like what you would expect to hear. But yeah, that's interesting. That the Rhea time stretch also does like sort of a reverb blurring effect. That's the synthesis part of this tool. All right, let's look at some other sounds. All right, I'm going to grab this sound and I'm going to stretch this. So this half speed. And 1/4 speed. How do I skip forward? It's live video. Let's take one of these. And then half speed. And twice as long again. Okay, gonna try to catch up on questions here. Olive says, just joined, may have missed it, but what does this new algorithm sound when stretch transients on an item? Yeah, so if we take, well, the first sound I had was like music. So it kind of turns drums into almost like a breathing sound effect. Let's take what's an instrument that has a export function? I think Addictive Drums can do that. So I'm going to take a drum loop. All right, and I'm going to grab this wave and drop that into the project. Hopefully you can see this okay. All right, so here's the sound. Now let's take that and stretch it by half. So it completely blurs transients. Sounds super weird. Let's change this to Elastic 3 Pro. And so this is what it would typically sound like if you stretch that out. All right. And so that's got that kind of grainy, I don't know, obviously stretched. Snares sound really bad on that. And let's try the rubber band, which was the last additional time stretch library that they added. I still don't really like that, but in some ways that sounds better. We can set this to transient mode, crisp, mixed, smooth, percussive detection, and I don't know, maybe short window. Nah. So we're here to see this Rrreeaaa mode, and we've got different FFT sizes. So this is a shorter item, shorter transient. Let's try a smaller FFT size. Weird. And let's try a smaller synthesis size. Sounds gross. Let's try the largest synthesis size. Very like robotic sounding. And the analysis offset. I'm not. There's not a lot of information about which, like, how these affect the sound. Generally, it's like higher FFT size means like longer latency and better, better like tonal accuracy, but less like sort of, I don't know, stretches low frequencies more. Transients gets blurred more, something like that. I might have that backwards. think there's too many options. Too many combinations of functions here. Guitar pinch harmonics. I can't record guitar onto this computer. I don't know. The envelope stuff is analogous to what other granular effects synths use. Yeah, it is kind of like a granular thing, isn't it? I don't know. Actually, I never checked the user guide to see if there's anything in the user guide for that. So the user guide mentions that it's been added, but doesn't really go into any details about how it works. But it did remind me that it should be able to also affect things with the repitch plugin. So this is normal speed again. All right, and I'll add in the repitch plugin. And let's set this to Rhea. Default settings, and I don't know, maybe play with formant shift and stuff like that. Oh, just turning it on. Interesting. Okay, just turning it on makes it sound stretched. I don't know if that's intentional or what, but that's I mean, it should be doing nothing. Like, I don't know. If everything's set to 0, it should be doing nothing, but yeah. This stretches automatically. That seems like a bug, right? Like that shouldn't happen. I don't know. Let's set this back to normal speed and through repitch. So it's the same speed, it's the same pitch and everything, but it still has that sort of faded reverb sort of thing. And you actually have to start the item early. I'm playing from here, and it starts playing here. which means it might also be really weird in retune. So let's set retune automatic with Rhea and maybe a small FFT size so it's a little bit faster. And let's see how this sounds. Yeah. It's definitely stretching that. So it might be useful if you ever want to sort of blur a sound. That's kind of cool. Like without applying any pitch shift or stretching it, you can blur a sound now. FL Studio had a function like that in the Edison editor. And I never really saw a way to do it outside of that, but this seems like it does it. Should this be used more as an effect, or can I use it to edit audio that is offbeat? Yeah, don't use it for retiming things. Use it for creating pads out of single notes and things like that. It's like a granular effect. It's not a... It's not for retiming. Let's see. Yeah, manual correction also distorts it. Even though it's not processing anything. You probably can't see that. So retune on, with this algorithm makes it sound really weird, but it could be a useful like smearing effect. So I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't like to use elastic on drums either. Like if we're actually time correcting something, I'm not a fan of that. So the best thing to do is to split on the transients, something like this, preferably automatically, and then make sure your grid is set normally, and you're going to quantize. That probably quantized the wrong direction, but yeah, if you need to quantize, you should probably do something like, actually editing the audio, not not using an algorithm to stretch markers and things like that. This new mode will definitely sound worse for that. But yeah, Mike Robinson in the chat, Let's Talk About Reaper, has a drum editing course where he learned a lot of his techniques from me. I don't really want to get into it at this time, but yeah, if you're interested in learning how to properly edit drums, he's the person to talk to, or just buy his course. And I have that linked on the Reaper blog so that you can support him and me at the same time. But yeah, long story short, avoid time stretching if you don't need to, because most of the time you can edit drums without affecting the sound quality. Doing techniques like this. This is the wrong tempo for this item, but you know. Good old splits and crossfades. That's what you want to do. I learned it by watching you. Yeah. Yeah. So what else can we do with this time stretch thing? So we did that one. I just wish I had more samples on here. I don't think I really do. Do I have loop cloud on this computer? I do. It's going to need an update. Oh well. Let's take a bass sound. What we got for bass? Oh, you guys probably can't hear that. All right, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. It's pretty loud. Yeah, let's apply stretching to this. Still sounds cool. And actually, something I'm curious about, what if we only do like a 0.001 amount of pitch shift? Something like that, like the smallest amount of pitch shift you can do. Does that change the sound? No. Let's do 1. So that definitely does, and with Elastic Pro, it would sound like this. And Rhea. And Sound Touch. And Simple Windowed Fast. And yeah, I guess, oh yeah, Rubber Band Library. That one sounds weird. That one's always sounded weird to me. So at 0.001, can we hear a difference? Yeah. Kind of smears it without really changing the sound that much. And we could set this to like, let's make it faster. And I'm curious how this works with reversed items. Let's repeat. I want reverse this button. Interesting. It cuts off early. Pretty cool. this one reversed. That one's not stretched. Stretch it. I'll take Valhalla plate. Default settings other than the mix. And then it needs, I don't know, envelope change. Let's do a little volume adjustment here. Let's bring this down. Yeah, exactly. A smearing time stretch mode, which, yeah, I mean, we didn't have that before, so it's pretty cool. All the other ones sound fairly grainy or, yeah, grainy, choppy sort of sounds. And this one is so obviously like blurred and smeared that, I don't know, it's just pretty cool. There's also the different analysis windows, which you might not be able to see on the screen, which also change the sound. And that's all way too technical for me. I can't make sense of it. They all sound slightly different. Okay, so let's take a vocal from... That's not a vocal. I hate those. I hate chopped vocals. Wait, that's an instrument. That's not a wave. All right. You probably can't hear that until I drop this in, but single ignore size. All right. So here's how this sounds. It has some effects on it already. We're going to stretch it. And in case you missed it, my default pitch shift is set to Rhea, the new one. It's probably set to Elastic 3 Pro for you. Just for convenience today, I'm set that as my default. So it's definitely taking sounds from later in the file and then cross-fading it, like copying it earlier and fading it. It's very strange, but kind of works for certain effects. All right, so this is playing at 0.25 rate. Wait, I don't have iLock on this computer. Gotta be careful. This might be cool. I think it would be cool reversed. So I put a bit of effect on this. I'll turn that off now. Yeah, so that sounds really good considering that's playing at 1/4 speed. I don't know how slow you can really get it, but let's do like 0.50, something like that. 0.05. So now this is what is that? 3 minutes long? 9 minutes long? No. I don't know. 5 minutes long now instead of like 30 seconds. Yeah, I really like this. This is super useful for like just making crazy drones and stuff out of random sounds. And yeah, I don't really know what else to do with this, though, other than just keep doing the same thing. And if that's okay with you, that's I got a, I don't know, half hour longer. Wish I could get this other camera working because I had a bunch of stuff set up on my Mac to share. So just the next sound to go in here. Let's I will look in Loop Cloud. Pluck. All right. So there's this tiny sound here. Stretch it. Unfortunately, you can't make it sustain, so it kind of, with these very short sounds, it doesn't always work. It's got that reverb effect, but then it just suddenly stops. I mean, sometimes that would work, but maybe not. Let's set the, yeah, shorter analysis and smaller FFT size, I'm guessing. That's quite a bit different. And what is 1/4 do? That's weird. A good pluck always costs more. I like that. So that's dropping it, just the pitch down. What about +12? Nope, keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, cool. And let's change the rate to 0.5. Cool. What else? What else would be cool?
Them fi know them can't test this sound. Them fi know them.
All right, this one's silly. But I'm just going through what's free on Loop Cloud right now. All right, so we're gonna stretch this one. Actually, no, let's shrink it first. Let's hear that. Weird. And longer. It seems to, a lot of these seem to like glitch almost at the end. Like a CD skip effect in this part. That doesn't seem right. And that could be because the FFT size is much larger than the item, something like that. Or the analysis offset can't grab half of the item anymore, something like that. Yeah, so it's still kind of doing that effect. What if we, no, that's the wrong button, this button. What if we trim it like that? Set this back to half. Kind of doing it still. Oh, right. Doing a fade could. No, I think the fade will just be a volume after the pitch shifting. Yeah, it's almost like a short delay with lots of feedback. I kind of like it, actually. As long as you don't need it to be clean, it's kind of a cool effect. All right, so I've got a guitar. So it has some effects. It has a bit of reverb and sort of a left-right pan. And we'll stretch this. Is there anything another DAW can do that Reaper can't? I don't know. They've got other DAWs have like the marketing budget, and they can have more budget for like creating videos and advertising, reaching more customers. They could get more feedback. They can invest in hardware projects. So like Presonus has all the hardware that integrates with their software. You know, all that sort of stuff. Pro Tools has the custom controllers that just work with Pro Tools, things like that. So there's various things like that that Reaper can't do. All right, so here's a full mix. And I stretch it. So my shortcut doesn't allow it to go any slower than this, but you can type it in. What would, 0.05? I mean, this still sounds quite good. Like, there's times this could be useful. None of the other algorithms sound this smooth. Borderline infinite? I mean, I'll try like 0.0001. No, that's too far. I mean, I've made this pretty long now. I've made this 45 minutes long? 45 hours long? I don't know. Yeah, I basically made this 2-minute song into 45 minutes long. And I'll just go through the other algorithms. So, sound touch. Perfect reproduction. Simple windowed. Plastic 3 Pro. I think only my subwoofer is hearing anything there. And I'll preserve Foreman's high pitches. Yeah, there's like just nothing it can do with it. Soloist. Yeah, so the Rhea stretch is really the only one that has any sort of musical extreme stretching ability. I have to say it's probably similar to pulse stretch. I don't think... do I have that? No, I don't have the VST installed. Very musical. This is basically a playback rate of 0. This is as slow as it goes, I think. The fact that it's getting anything from a waveform that looks like this is pretty impressive. So, I think I'm going to get ready to go, but do you want to, let's do a private window. Nope. I do want to say that if you want to support what I do at the Reaper blog, you go to patreon.com/the-Reaper-blog. Sign up as a patron, as little as $2 US a month. You get some exclusive access to things. Yeah, but generally it's just an easy way for you guys to show your support. There's also the YouTube membership, which I don't have a link for, but I think it's in the description of the video. And also, or maybe I do. Is it Reaper/member? No. I thought I had a shortcut for that, but maybe I don't. But what I do have is some merch. So if you're interested in getting some nice t-shirts and stickers or magnets with the Reaper blog logo, it's available in several colors, different materials. There's men's and women's, and there's also some fun stickers like the Reaper blog logo, or you wouldn't still evaluating a car, which I think was pretty funny. This is just a Twitter meme, but ended up being a funny thing. And there's also a zipper pouch thing, which can be used for mics and cables and accessories. You can keep all your tech junk in there, throw that in your backpack to keep it protected. and it also has this Reaper Blog logo. So that's a great way to support what I do with Reaper Blog. I'm not trying to get rich with it or anything, but yeah, something that people have been asking for and kind of fun extra project. And yeah, that's it. That's the stream for today. Thanks for joining me. It's a little weird running this on Windows again after like a year or over a year not doing it all on my PC, but when the capture card doesn't work, that's what you got to do. Luckily, I have 2 computers to do this. So yeah, that's it for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my previous videos linked below, sidebar, that sort of thing. Maybe it'll autoplay. And I'm looking for a button on my Stream Deck, sorry. Thank you for watching. Huge thanks to my patrons and YouTube members. Support what I'm doing here. They make it all possible. And yeah, I'll see you guys later in the week with another video.